Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-dum.
All right, yeah, we got the music ready to go.
Good job. There it is.
There we go.
I was wondering where
It's
that
so
was.
loud. Who
All
uses
right.
headset?
Not that bad.
And
Terry, you're so deaf.
And
Yes.
it appears the clock is not working as well.
All good things.
Sorry, Mo, I
Great
got to
start.
watch.
$12. Peace's watch. Good
No,
for him.
not this one.
$13. Peace's watch.
Yeah, that's the one. $13.
$13 watch, huh? Welcome back to Calling the Audible. As I fix this remote and we get ready for a playoff edition here.
Most like waiting for a drop the mic moment over there, holding it in his hand.
All right, this thing doesn't work. All right, you have to keep the clock rolling here.
All right, good shit.
All right, welcome to Calling the Audible. It is the playoff edition as we are back. The full cast is back as Peezy's back from snorting love in the Dominican Republic.
I can't tell a lot of the stories of what I did.
No, you can't.
Not
I
on
mean,
the
you
air.
could.
It's not on the air.
No,
Not fair.
You can't. This is a scrub-free zone of
Is it, though?
debauchery. Yes. No XXX
Yeah.
highlights.
I mean, it was a honeymoon, so you kind of expected.
Yeah, honestly.
Exactly.
What, did they expect, like, no contact? Because that's kind of weird.
Oh,
Yeah, unless
certainly
they're
Even
like-
Montreal doesn't have no contact.
Even the cultures
true.
have that. Right.
That's true.
Stefano Berardi back
That's
in the
me.
saddle.
Yes, sir.
And we have Eagle.
Today is the Eagleversary.
Yes, it is. The day that Eagle was born.
7 years ago today, I analyzed what would happen if the Incredibles would beat their opponent in Week 10, and it took 5 minutes of a segment on the Weppel.
Oh, I remember. It was awful.
Was that picture of
it
Mo
was
Khan
The
and
so-
end
Drake? that I saw
result
earlier?
was the Incredibles lost, and it all didn't matter.
All right, fair.
And Eagle was
It
born.
was the worst.
Eagle
it
was-
was-
I
That
spent
picture, though,
2
was
hours
legendary.
doing
Talked
the
for
analysis.
so long.
That Mo
I
Khan
wasn't even
picture
on the
was
show. I
legendary.
sent it to them, and
Yeah.
they were like, well, "This person makes it if," and laundry listed the whole thing.
Yeah. I
was
don't remember that show. I just remember that picture, though.
I remember it.
It's a legendary picture over there. Mo Khan and Drake.
All right, so let's dive into Div E. We have a lot going on here. Eagle, do you have the clock up here? Because I had no clock. The clock is rendered useless over here to my left.
You have to plug it in.
Yeah.
Where's the plug then?
We have half an hour, Mo.
I know.
Let's go, Mo.
So, 8:45, I'm cutting you off.
Oh, my God. All right. Okay, anyway. So we have 25 minutes. As Eagle comes around me, as I don't know what the hell he's
Looking
doing around me.
spiffy.
All right, Eagle's fixing this up as he goes right by me. Look
Hey, Eagle is looking good today.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Give you a run for your money there, Peace.
It's funny. He's
Nobody
like a
can
different
do
like
that, bro.
quadrants
I'm so
of the
goddamn
show right
handsome.
now. All right, so let's break it down with Eagle. Eagle, can we get the update on
I love that your ass is in the blind spot.
Wow.
All right, Eagle. Eagle, can we get the update now on how the playoff format works as you do like a million things at once here?
Why did that paralyze the show, though? Why couldn't we
I
just
don't know.
start?
Because Mo decided that that's the appropriate time to ask the question to the producer, who's clearly not in front of a microphone.
Okay,
Yeah.
Eagle.
All right.
Let's talk about the playoffs, please. You got 2
Playoffs.
minutes.
All right, so here's the general gist of what's happened.
Why are the graphics so ugly?
General
Because your
gist.
brother is not available.
And it's
You went
also
in
an
depth.
XL.
Why
the,
didn't you?
So-
Why didn't you tell him it was playoff time in advance?
This is in-depth stuff.
Where
over
is your
here.
brother anyway?
Working. He
Who works at this time in the school?
he has his contracts.
That makes sense.
All right,
Correct.
so it's very
So,
in-depth here.
okay, so here's the way this works. There are 28 teams that
Ah.
have made Division E's playoffs. So 4 teams have been eliminated. For context purposes, just because I want to bring them up.
Oh, how pathetic can you be if you're one of the 4 teams that could not make the playoffs?
Again, that doesn't make sense because
Well, there's
there's
four
4
teams.
teams that have to not make the playoffs.
But if there's like
So
like I said,
anyway, no matter
So,
how many teams,
if every team finished 5-5, you're saying that it's not pathetic for not to not make playoffs?
well, what is it? 85% of the league makes the playoffs.
yeah, but
It's in the CFL where everyone makes the playoffs.
no,
right?
but either way, 13% or so wouldn't make the playoffs. So no matter what, there's always 4 teams that don't make it.
Correct.
So it's not pathetic. It's just math.
Correct.
Mo
So-
doesn't
Like
like
math
math.
here in the show.
Yeah, I guess not. I was listening
You
to my
did
show and like
math.
I'm pulling my eyes out. I'm like, Eagle's supposed to be like the math guy. Why is there a chair next to? What happened 1 week I was away? Jesus Christ! Did
That's-
we-
that's where Don was sitting.
That's where Don Benevento
why,
was.
why are we not canceled already?
Don Benevento was sitting right here, actually.
So,
all right, carry on, Eagle.
the practice squad, and believe the hype, thank you. Hope you come back for fall. More details coming soon.
That they will.
Mountain Goats, thank you for your first season. You actually came very close. You almost made it in, assuming Fidjoa didn't win their 1 game. So that was very close. And the Raw Sauce, again, thank you for your season. Join us next time. So of the other 28 teams that have made it, the way the playoff structure works is that we're dividing Division E into 2 divisions, E1 and E2. There are 12 teams that are going to be in E1, and the other 16 are going to be in E2. The winners, so the ones you see here in green for both Conference A and Conference B,
I mean, they're both
you
in
guys
green.
have won your subdivision and have advanced to Division E1. Of the remaining teams that are not winning their subdivision, it's the top best 4 records from the league. So we have Mean Machine and Los Siete Amigos, and we have Honor Game and Brewers. However, the Bozy Boys, who are in 7th place in Conference A,
Boys.
leapfrog Brewers because of a better record. So they are going to be taking the 6th seed in Conference B. So once we do that, we're left with 16 other teams, and those are arranged in standings order. So you're going to see that over here on the right.
I
If I
Peeze
can
and
ever
Stefano,
scroll.
so bored right now. Like they're in.
No.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I was just staring up
When
to space.
Eagle talks, I'm just tuned
And
out.
so, and sorry, we had better graphics for this usually. So here
We
is
will have better
the
graphics next week.
here
I
is the
mentioned.
other teams. We are going to have better graphics next week.
That's gonna
Here
go
are
for
the
our show.
teams that are remaining, sorted with our usual tiebreak. So first it's points, then it's wins, then it's either head-to-head, depending on whether it's a 2-way tie or 3-way tie, divisional record, and then points against. And if that's not good, then we do point differential. If that's not good, there's another weird one, strength of schedule. That was it, and then we do a coin toss. Luckily, we didn't have to get there. We only had to get to points against. So this is what the final standings look like at the end of it.
I'm just watching Peeze and Stefano just looking aimlessly at the screen right now.
I just find it funny that the point differential is 1 for Diablos.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
Yeah, it just worked out. So in Division E1, and you're going to see it here, and we're going to go through these games quickly. We have 2 different brackets. We have the first 2 seeds, Jean-Guy and Exterminators, and Trailer Park Boys and Threat Level Midnight, that have advanced to the, divisional round.
Now, hold on, Eagle. Is this a reseed or is this straight brackets?
This is a reseed. So this is
Okay, reseed.
NFL style. So 1 and 2 get buys, 3, 6, 4, 5 in the wild card round. 1 will play the lowest seed, 2 will play the highest seed. And the winner of those meet in the semifinals, and then the winners of both of those meet in the conference finals. So that's standard NFL. If you ever followed the way Super Bowl works, it's the exact same way. Division E2, however, and Mo, you finally get to go through this. We've built a true March Madness bracket with no reseeding. So that means, Fidjoa, you're the 16th seed. You're playing Clinkers. If you put Marc-André
finished.
into retirement,
He's finished.
you are
He's
playing
done.
the winner of Thundercats or Diablos. You are not going to play the second place team. You're going to play against them. And then that goes all the way through the bracket until we get to the finals, the finals at the end. So this is not a reseed for Division E2. You play through a actual bracket.
It's awesome because we get to beat Lockdown and Clinkers on our way to the finals. It's awesome.
Oh man, that means Eagles won't go to the finals, and you will.
Well,
go
I
to
mean,
the
Lockdown
finals.
probably won't pass first round.
Much of the Divi.
He's not wrong.
I believe the E2 finals are in late. Oh no, it's 10 o'clock one. So last
What day
game
are the
of
finals, by the way?
Sunday, August 11th.
August 11th. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
at
need
the
to
Rog-
change the reservation for my mom's birthday.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm at the Rogers Cup for the
Eagle.
first 4
Change
hours.
your mom's birthday.
When I said that, I meant you need to change the reservations for my mother's birthday.
It's already been done.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay,
Get
so
Balthazar.
let's dive into it here, guys. We'll go with E2 first because that's the most games here. So we'll keep it quick. We're going to do a quick analysis of each game, and we'll make our picks at the end of the show here. So we'll start with the first game that will take place Tuesday in Broadstone on July 23rd. Mambo against Lockdown.
Well, I think the first. Oh, you're doing them actual. Okay, my fault.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm-
as
I'm
per the
fine.
schedule.
As per schedule here, because that's how the schedule works, right, Eagle?
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about Mambo against Lockdown. Lockdown led by our very own Alex Dakula.
But is he leading it though? I just feel like he's a pawn.
Eagle always comes up.
No,
with
he
the
calls
game
he
plan.
calls the defense.
He comes with the defense. So keys in this game are what, gentlemen?
This is a nightmare matchup for Lockdown. The Mambo are going to exploit the deficiencies on the Lockdown defense, and Lockdown's offense likely will have trouble scoring against Mambo to the tune that it would take to have to beat them. I just think it's a team really efficient and really complete. And look, Gianfranco, I got the quarterback's name wrong. Pat Riot will likely put up 25, 26 points, but I don't see a scenario where that's going to be enough to win the game.
Stefan, what do you think about this Mambo?
I think that Eagles-led defense will allow like close to 40 points, and unfortunately, Lockdown hasn't been able to get more than I'd say 26. So,
We put up 33 last week against Tough Lungs.
all right. Before that,
There was another.
Well,
game with a lot
here's
of
the thing.
points.
I think Lockdown, and I'm just going based off of what I've seen from them in years past with Eagle calling defense for some teams. I think they're just going to slow it down.
Yes.
I think they're going to
Well,
really
yeah,
slow it
they
down.
have
to
to
a
slow it down
grind.
because
the
the Mambo
problem-
offense is just way too like they're quick, they're fast, they're high powered. So like
But
they
the-
just
but the
want to
problem
score,
is-
score,
Tim
score.
Horner is a monster.
Yeah, he made a
Yeah.
one-handed catch yesterday. It was ridiculous.
Well, Tim Horner, like back when I started playing the league, was like a rising Div 3-ish. So you can correct me more, but Div 3 area. But we always
Yeah,
thought
he
like
played with
guy who could probably play higher divisions too.
Yeah, he played with the team that wore green T-shirts. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
I forget the name of the.
Then you played with the U.
No, but before that,
No, he played with
Oh.
the team with green T-shirts.
this is way before you were still in
Okay,
high
fair,
school,
fair,
I think.
fair,
Still in
makes
elementary
sense.
school, actually. All right, so
By the way, you didn't say hi to my mom, who was your high school principal at the wedding.
oh, shut up! Really?
I
Yeah, a bit
did
of a
say
jerk.
hi
She's like,
in the line.
that
I
guy
said hi.
Stefano is a giant asshole.
I doubt.
What about
she
I
is,
pulling
though.
it
She
out?
said that word for word.
Don't believe it.
What about I pulling a robbery on Simone, introducing his girlfriend as my date?
That's not bad. That's not
That's
bad.
not bad.
Anyway,
Calling Rob Bob was fantastic.
yeah, exactly.
Well, you
Vodka
wish.
I know. All right, Chocolate Barracudas, Blackouts. So Barracudas, they've had a tough
This is
road.
fun. This is a fun game.
And they made the playoffs here, and this is a good group of guys. And here they are in the playoffs playing Blackouts.
So I was surprised by both of these teams for different reasons. I was actually impressed by Blackout's ability to adapt on defense, considering they're fairly new. They have good athletes. They're decent. They got to keep it close. They got to keep it low scoring. They got to muck it up a little bit. But that's kind of what Chocolate Barracudas do anyway. I was surprised by what's it called? By Chocolate Barracudas when I played against them. Lucien Pierre ran a post over the middle. I know I'm not keeping up with him, so I made body contact like you do in higher divisions, and I expected him to be like, whatever, that's just FPF, whatever. Dude was like legit upset that I contacted him. I was like, I wasn't trying to hit you or anything, just trying to get in your
But
way.
you did try to hit him.
No, not hit him. No. He would have known.
Run into
Would've
him.
known. I
Or
was
make
just,
sure he
Peeze
ran
would
into
let him
you.
know. Peeze would go, hey, dude, I'm sorry.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's how I let him
That's
know.
what I tell him. That's how Peeze does.
No, but the thing is, there is contact in FPF.
Of course there is.
It's body position and fighting.
Absolutely.
So I was surprised for a guy who's been in the league that long, like he was that incensed about that. So maybe that's something Blackouts can look at as like, hey, this is an advantage. Maybe we can get under their skin a little bit,
All right, Steph, your thoughts on this game here with Chocolate Barracudas against Blackouts?
Honestly, the Chocolate Barracudas that I've seen them this season, like they are super inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know what Chocolate Barracudas team is going to show up this week. Sonny Elias, he's usually good at quarterback, and after there's some games that he just tries way too hard, and then he gets into his own head. And I feel like Blackout is the kind of team that would capitalize on this opportunity if Sonny Elias takes himself out of the game. So honestly, it should be a fun game. I'm not expecting a blowout. It's probably going to be close, maybe in like the mid-20 ranges. It's going to be a good game.
Do the Barracudas have the closeout players if the game is tight that they can rely upon to win?
Well, when I watched their games, they had Chris Williams that plays in the higher divisions. I don't know if he's eligible for playoffs this season because I'm not sure how many games he's played, but he would be the guy that they would turn to. And also, he's not very known amongst the league. He's more of like a mid-tier player.
Unfortunately, sorry, Steph, the regular season page is no longer there, Eagle. We have the,
aware.
so we can't tell if he's
All right, well, if he's
Also, I
eligible,
can't
he
access
is the go-to guy.
flyplusfootball.com. So maybe Eagle, as we're talking, can you bring up the rosters of the team, like the roster of the team we're talking about?
Yeah, please, Eagle, if you don't mind. Thank you.
It'll give us a hand.
Yeah, because if he's there, he's probably Barracudas.
Barracudas for now.
If he's there, well, it's all at 0. So, like I said, Chris Williams, he's at 0. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but it's look,
No one's eligible.
the thing is, what the team is about. It's Chris Williams and Lucien Pierre, right? Like those are the two studs.
Yeah,
they're
Lucien Pierre is usually a deep guy, and Chris Williams is more like a middle tier guy. Kinda.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Sonny Elias
they
likes
do.
throwing
He
that
does.
like little hitch route, and then Chris Williams creates
Yeah,
space.
he does.
you know?
He does. He makes people miss easily for some reason. He's hard to tackle.
Oh, he's a very good
He's a
athlete.
very good athlete. Yeah, he's very tough to tackle though. Like I've seen the games I've seen, all he took like a 5-yard route and like turned it up for like 30 yards, like nothing.
All right, so with this game, you said low scoring,
I say mid-20s.
mid-20s.
Yeah, max. Not
Mid-twenties.
like maybe even like a 1918 game or 1914,
All
you know,
right.
something like that.
Green means go. I beg your pardon against Canes. Both teams wearing green, so that means someone's wearing pennies, and that'll
I'm
be
pretty sure
Raw
it's
start
Canes.
8:30 p.m. All right, so green means go. I've seen this team play a couple times. I've made fun of this team a few times.
I make fun of one of their players oftentimes.
Yeah.
He's very easy to make fun of. But,
Conrad
you
Keeble.
Oh,
know. Conrad Keeble, Joe Dirt.
But we look at this roster here, and I believe Eugene.
How come
McLaren-
their games are up and Chocolate Barracudas are not?
I don't know. Eugene,
two teams, you have to search the right one.
so Eugene
right
McLaren,
then.
I believe, was throwing for a good number of the games for the, or Dave Allen, beg your pardon.
No,
Dave
Dave
Allen's
Allen.
throwing.
Dave Allen's
Eugene
Eugene
throwing.
Longhorns.
McLaren can't throw in this division.
Yeah, I meant to say the Longhorns. All right, so Dave Allen has had a pretty good year. I mean, he has a really long windup as a throw as a quarterback.
But his play
Tebow.
calling is immaculate, and he's as smart an FPF mind as exists. I know because he beat my then undefeated FPF junior team in the finals, and I was completely outcoached by him. So I mean, I'm not afraid to say it. The dude is as bright an FPF guy as there is.
So could this be an under the radar mismatch for Greenmeans Go?
It's not under the radar. It's so above the radar. It's as if there's just a stripper sitting on your radar.
Well,
That's what
Bypassing
Green
the
Means Go
stripper.
is. It's two ass cheeks on the radar. That is Canes.
and the Canes right now, I'm not too sure I'm buying into this team.
Not at
No,
all.
they have one
It's
win.
Very tough.
They have
team.
one win.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very
And
tough.
not like Future Wild are amazing despite their 1 win. They're a terrible 1-win team, but new, so they're learning.
So are we giving the Canes any chance whatsoever?
Yeah.
You got to give them some kind of chance, or else they
Fighter's
probably
chance,
won't.
Honestly,
puncher's chance?
They will probably score.
They need to not make mistakes, and the only chance I see them having is if they play man across the board against Dave Allen, who's his style of play is that he likes to exploit holes and zones.
Yep.
Like a lot of like smart FPF guys who don't have a big arm, myself, Marc-André Desaulniers, we rely on essentially being able to find mismatches and stuff. But so if they have, like, Canes are young and fast, right? So if they need to make that their advantage.
Mhm.
So complete short passes, make plays in space, and then on defense, play tight defense and force Dave Allen to make throws with that long delivery, as you
Right.
said.
Right.
That's
So
their chance.
Clinkers, feed the roi, so we'll keep you out of this piece.
Oh, they're done. They're
Perfect.
done. It's over.
Perfect.
What? Don't show up. You're
All
gonna lose by 50.
So I'll ask someone who's objective, Stefano. If you had to pick one of these guys, your boy to your right, or the guy that you drove home after Peace's wedding, and on
I didn't
Tuesdays-
drive him home. I drove home, and then I don't know what he did. I drive him home after broadside sometime.
So here's the question.
That's a tough question.
So here's a question for you, Stefano.
Go for it.
So let's say Tuesday night it's you, Marc-Andre, and PZ scorekeeping. You guys are all East End.
I will not
cats.
be scorekeeping.
I'm the same.
Come on,
Play-
it would be the worst scorekeeper.
Play along here.
Eh.
You only have one seat in your car. And you can bring one guy home. Who is it? Marc-Andre
The
or
answer's
PZ?
obvious. The answer's obvious because I know my boy loves tacos, so the answer's obvious.
Also, I don't bring Marc-Andre home. I bring him to a metro
Okay,
station.
the point is you bring him back to the East End.
Either way, you're dropping someone off at my place. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
I'd probably choose Peasy in
there we
that
go.
sense. But
My
in this
dude.
game, though, high five.
Nah,
Too
screw
bad.
off. I
I hit-
know where you're going. I know where you're going.
My.
You-
In this
You're
game,
so
though,
wrong. You're so wrong. Get off
Am
the
I,
show.
though?
Yeah, get off the show.
Elaborate here.
Am I
Stefano.
wrong?
I want to hear your reasoning why.
now if Peace throws, honestly, I
Peace
saw,
is throwing.
I know, I saw your feed Giroa and what's his name? The guy that covered for you. This
Zubin.
year. He was actually pretty good. Honestly, he was actually pretty good quarterback.
Yeah.
He made stupid mistakes, which is whatever.
Why, he means
But
he's
honestly,
new to throwing an
yeah,
FPF, right?
I know it's gonna be you though, Peace.
It will
But
be.
not
hiding it.
No,
Don't need to hide
there's no
anything.
hiding
We're
it.
better. They're
Honestly,
worse.
this
That's all it is.
this quarterback matchup is quite
Terrible.
yeah.
Quite
Honestly,
hefty.
it's probably going to be like one of the. It's weird that it's a 1-16 seed and quarterbacks are equally unorthodox, for lack of a better word. And but honestly, I feel like
Well, we call the same system,
that's true. You do.
we
He-
legit call the same
he
system.
legit has
We
your
taught
playbook.
him this
Yeah.
system.
Yeah.
He has your playbook.
which is why what happened last time, Eagle, because we knew the exact plays in the exact system.
It was 40-6.
Yeah.
But would Marc-Andre implode?
Oh, yeah,
Marc-Andre
100%.
would
bust
definitely get pissed
if
off.
he loses to Peace?
1,000%.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to
But
retire
yo,
from
Marc
FPF.
Andre, we're friends. I'll make you tacos too, bro.
He's going to retire from FPF if he loses.
I'll make you
Peace.
tacos.
Can we get a
You're a
headshot
good
of
guy.
Marc-Andre, please, on the screen? If you don't mind.
No, I'll just put the wedding picture up there.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Oh,
the picture, so if
man.
you can
Have
put that up, that would be
seen
awesome.
picture?
I heard the show. I listened on the podcast. I didn't have a chance to see it.
Anyway,
So if
but
you
yeah.
can put it up, I'd love to see the wedding picture.
Well, I don't know. Oh yeah, I sent it to you, Eagle. You probably he has it. But yeah,
It's a great
honestly,
photo ruined by Marc-Andre.
it's honestly
Aren't they all?
The thing is, I feel like Marc-Andre has pieces that Pease would be better with. You
Probably.
know,
Well, look,
like
he's a
his
more
team
experienced roster.
overall, exactly.
So,
So
I
you're a
mean-
guy, a bunch of young guys. They don't know. Look at that picture. Fantastic, fantastic.
Like,
that's awesome.
Fantastic.
Yo, he's ripped in that picture, man. That's awesome. That's all I wanted from a wedding.
hold on, can we get a shot of Peeze? Actually, Peeze's not in the picture. My bad. There you go.
There he is.
Sorry, I was busy
There's a
getting
boy.
married.
Who's busy getting married? Wow.
Nice tie, though.
It is a nice tie. But yeah, Marc-Andre has better pieces in his team, and if he utilizes them and takes advantage of the, let's say, lack of experience on Peace's team,
All right, put on the poll question. Is Mark Andre
Go
looking
for
like an 80s wrestler right now?
You get 1 poll, Mo.
Is he?
Do you want to burn it on this?
I don't know.
an 80s wrestler, Mo, really?
I don't know. I was gonna say, like,
I don't
okay,
think so.
the face is stupid, but he actually looked good that night. His hair was really nice.
Yeah, it was. It was just
Before this happened, before he got that
Yeah.
drunk,
This is,
his hair looked really good.
one
His
well,
shoes
that
looked
was
really
at least like 2 bottles of wine in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He
At a
was-
table that he knew nobody. Poor guy. That's okay.
good. No, there was somebody.
Who did he know?
I don't remember, but
I don't think he did.
Oh,
Nobody
you
had
know,
nobody
Rob,
beat
Rob
him.
felt bad.
And Rob felt terrible. Rob was about to
was
like,
about to sacrifice his
Yeah.
spot for him. You know, that's how
hey,
bad
go
it
sit
felt.
next to my wife, and I'll go sit
Yeah,
there at the table with a bunch of
exactly.
people
Go
I don't
flirt with
know.
my wife, and then that's it. That's all.
no, but there was supposed to be. There was at least 2 FPFers.
Well,
per
3
FPF
people
team.
did not show up.
It was Corey and someone else.
Yeah, Corey and
Chris Rivet was at another table. Marc-Andre was at another table.
Yeah.
with
Oh, that's
other
weird.
people.
Because there was
Mark
sort of anyway, whatever.
Anyway,
That's okay. Anyways,
I'll
yeah.
check the seating show when I get home.
All right.
Also, I don't
Not
care
that it
that
makes a
much.
difference. It's over now.
Time
Yeah.
travel.
It was
is
a
not
good wedding,
possible.
though.
Diablos, Thundercats.
That 1 point differential, though, man. It's just weird.
Thundercats are a very awkward team.
They are.
I have dealt with them numerous times, and they are awkward. Diablos, a team that we know very well, of course. Not the guy that we like to make a punching bag, but Diablos, Thundercats. Again, is this a mismatch of?
Why
teams?
is Charles Verreau back? I've been away for 2 weeks
I believe Verreau should be back as I look.
because he was injured.
I believe he's injured and he's gonna on IR.
Oh,
So it's
Oh,
that
yeah.
changes the team completely.
That does.
But mind you, I saw the one game I saw Sun at quarterback.
And I think it's SBB who's replacing him.
Does he?
Simon
Oh,
Basket,
using the IR
Boyz.
spot.
Using the IR spot,
Who?
yeah.
Okay,
Simon Basket.
he's allowed to throw in Division E.
He didn't throw back in the day. No?
He's not throwing.
He's receiving.
No, but I was asking who's throwing. Is it Michel Deguerre?
I don't know.
It probably is.
Unfortunately, the website does not enable us to see who threw during the regular season.
It probably
Once
is.
again, thank
It
you very
was
much
Simon.
for
It
Yo,
that.
if you can use your phone to find out who's throwing for them, that would be awesome.
You just need to be smart about it.
I'm not
Okay.
smart, so I need you to do it for me.
So we have to do that whole drop down box and find out who's throwing where? Really?
Okay, no, it's the other one then.
Oh, God. This is,
That's the Thundercats team, anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Thundercats.
You're on the Thundercats.
It's still
floor.
Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats.
Come on, man. Eagle has 1 job in his family.
Eagle,
basically.
you okay, buddy?
Did you catch Balthazar?
I gotta find the right one.
Did you catch Balthazar or whatever it's called? That did.
Okay, so
that
they have
Pokemon?
a depth of quarterbacks here, but the question is who's going to be the thrower for them?
My guess is it is Michel Deguerre. Ettore Casati would be good QB. He's tackle QB. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's the younger brother of Gianni Casati, who we saw tear up Division 6 in the winter.
You could look it up on Facebook, please.
That's how I found out.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Whatever, or they're related or they're not.
I think it's gonna be
Oh.
Michael DeGuido.
Sorry.
I think Michael DeGuido is gonna be.
Okay, who
So
gives- who
my
gives-
worry is Sun is horribly inconsistent, and look, we can see the touchdown to interception ratio 12 and 14 is like you're not going to win a lot of games. But the one game I saw them play with Sun throwing, this
Yeah, he
season,
wasn't that bad.
He was good. He looked really
Yeah.
good. He threw 3 interceptions, but but on the drives where he needed to ice the game,
Yeah.
he did,
Yeah.
and he has a connection with Francois Martin. My worry is that Francois has got too much of a voice in the huddle, and if the quarterback doesn't know how to read the thing you're calling, it doesn't help to give him a play call. And if he's going to just stare at you in the playoffs, that's not going to work. So I worry about them with him at quarterback. But Thundercats are a team that's a little underdeveloped as well, right?
Well, they have a talent regression, right? Nick Jean-Travalet was one of their key guys back in the Viking days, and
But like the dudes,
they struggle without him, though.
Nick Chandler is a legit Division 2 talent.
That's why I'm saying, though, right?
So I mean,
it's talent
yeah, it's a
regression.
huge loss,
Yeah,
right?
it's a huge loss for them. But I look at this Thundercat team, and their identity in the first couple years of their inception was defense. And if you look, if you don't mind scroll down for the Thundercats, they did beat Diablos 32-24. If you look at the Thundercats' history of games from this past season, as Eagle will click and we scroll down, a lot of players. You know, they gave up 33 to Nemesis, 45 to Part of My Swag. I beg your pardon. They gave up 32 to Threat Level Midnight. So they've given up a lot of points, but they also play good defense. But I don't know if they're consistent enough to say, hey, we can be able to win these games now with our defense, making turnovers and creating points for us.
Honestly though, this matchup I think it favors the Thundercats to win this game though. Like Peeze was saying, if Frank Martin has too much of a say in the huddle and quarterback Mike DeGear goes his way and doesn't read the field himself, they'll pick it up. He'll always look at Frank Martin because that's a common flaw for quarterbacks that are trying to learn the position. They always look down one guy, and Thundercats would adjust to that and then to take out Frank Martin, so he has to spread the ball more and. He's not confident in other receivers, so I'm not sure how that will play out. But I think Thundercats have the edge.
All right, replacements, Nemesis. Nemesis. When I think of Nemesis, I think of Nimrod Jankowski.
So Nimrod
But he's not in that
Jankowski
team.
is. I like that dude because he gets the joke. He knows
He's not in the
when we like.
Nimrod.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he knows when we break his chops. Like he knows it's a
Good guy.
joke. And he's like even though we've like teased him and whatever in the past, the dude is a legit decent player that'll fit in on any team. Great personality, guy works really hard, and he makes plays in
Sure.
key moments. Not a guy who's like he's a little bit diminutive in stature, but he's a guy who'll make plays anyway.
Tough
He'll give you everything he's got. You know.
Breaking news: Eagle now has started to snort some sugar. He's gone with the double chocolate over there.
Triple.
Second donut already.
All right,
I can't remember
First.
the last day. First? Oh, okay.
first one.
Man, I'm disappointed.
I ate a whole box last time.
You did eat a box last
Snorting
time.
sugar is fun. All right, so here we go. Replacements, Nemesis. Please, quick analysis of this game.
Replacements. Offense still has a lot of work to do. They run a lot of mirrored plays when they get to the second half of the field. So, like, you got like hook corner on one side and hook corner on the other side. The problem is, so a guy like, from the higher divisions, a guy like Simon Dagenet, who has a really strong arm, the ability to lead receivers, those are concepts that work fine because he reads quickly and throws quickly and can put air into the ball and throw it accurately. Frank Teoli Colatrella doesn't have that arm and runs those concepts in a spot where it just makes it difficult. And he literally will throw it to right, throw it to left, throw it to right, throw it to left. And, he'll run the same 2 or 3 concepts every time they're in that part of the field. And it becomes tight and hard to complete those passes. So it's why... So when you see a team like that, you're like, oh, well, they don't score a ton. It's probably because they have trouble moving the ball. They don't. They actually move the ball pretty well, combination of running and quick passes. But then when they get to that area, it's hard for him to sort of bring the hammer down. And I think that's where this team is struggling.
A lot of sexually innuendo comments. A tight, hard hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think of any of them, actually. But he's a very good-looking man.
Natural.
So now that I am thinking about it, now I can't stop thinking about him naked.
Of course. All right, Stefano, your thoughts on this game?
See, I think the Nemesis defense is going to make them win this game. They have Jerson Previllon and Mendy Cardichon. These two guys, they're solid two-way players. They could easily notice that the common plays that Frank Colatrella is running, and they'll adjust and they'll help their defense get into the positions. And then their rusher, Romalinho or something like that.
He's a good pass rusher, though.
He's a great rusher. I just
Had a
don't know,
big
some
second half
South
of the season.
American
Yeah.
name. He's very quick. He gets to the quarterback, and I feel like once you get to Frank, he will be he will be shaken, and he'll feel like he'll have no time to throw. So he's gonna be like, 1 second, got to get rid of it. Doesn't really. He just throws into an area and hopes that for the best, if the rusher would get to him. And honestly, I just feel like the defensive nemesis is gonna be tough for him to beat.
Yes, Eagle.
If your replacements, is your nemesis or is your nemesis full-timers? Think about it.
That was really dumb. I
Okay.
missed you
really
so
dumb.
much. I missed you so goddamn
Up
much.
there
really
was
dumb.
the Eagle. All right.
Did you get your haircut, Stefano?
Yes.
Looks good.
Thanks, man.
You got it for your wedding.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't realize
Again,
that.
I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I was really busy.
He showed up
Yes.
looking
I had-
like
I had-
You were not that busy up until like 11.
I was busy
He
until
was
11.
busy. Trust me. You were trying to organize the wedding line. All right,
Yeah.
Brewers against that team.
That team, nice.
That team, my bad.
My boys.
Yes. I somehow have had this team on my field a couple of weeks in the last few.
Aren't they fantastic?
All right, so let's talk about Brewers.
Let's only talk about Brewers.
Brewers, yes.
Let's only talk about
Brewers.
Brewers. For reasons that are not to be explained.
Yep.
Even though you explained it last week.
That's
kind of
okay.
ruining the joke.
I know.
It's okay. Go on, Mo.
Brewers are vastly improved from the time Eagle and I went to see them. Jeffrey Lefebvre was the best player and still is leader on his quarterback. He's sort of allowed the game to come to him. He's been calm. Jason Stevenson, as a guy who ate 7 of his slants in the game I played against him, he's a big physical guy. I don't recommend guys to do it, but that's what you need to do if you have a chance to stop them. Another thing, like they run a lot of plays like Mo, like triple slants from your days with Montreal's Finest.
Yep.
That's not a play that a lot of lower division quarterbacks run. Jeff Lefebvre, he tried to run it on us. We adapted that one quickly just because I know the play, but a lot of Division E teams don't know that, don't know how to defend it, and he doesn't have, let's say, like a rocket arm, but his ability to read that with proficiency makes him very difficult to stop. Chris Morain's very good snapper. Just overall, it's a well built team. Some holes on defense, but overall, they're smart. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and Jeffrey Lefebvre's been protecting the ball. That's all he needs to do. If he protects the ball, that's a team that can go far.
All right, Eagle, your thoughts quickly? I know you had your mic up.
Give me 30 seconds. I just got to refresh something. I have news that they are false kings.
Okay.
False Kings. Who's False Kings?
Well, that's why I got to wait for it to.
Are Brewers False Kings?
Brewers are false kings.
False Kings. Get your Burger King crown off your ass.
All right.
Burger
Stefano.
King's good, by the way.
I haven't been to Burger King in years.
Oh, okay. I went like a week ago. It was pretty good.
Nice.
No, it was
What'd you
good.
have?
Hey?
What'd you
I
have?
had the King sandwich.
The King?
XL.
That's a
Big
sandwich?
King. Yeah, it's called the Big
I feel like
King.
they're getting lazier with naming
They
these
are, but
sandwiches.
it's actually huge.
Soon they'll have one called a burger sandwich.
Did
Yeah,
anyone have
the
the
king.
Beyond Burger yet at A&W?
No, that's dumb.
I heard it was good.
That's Beyond Meat burger.
That's only vegans say that.
Vegans do say that.
Oh,
They
yeah,
do.
the
like
vegan burger. right?
cauliflower
But
steak.
Mo,
Yeah,
you're basically
like,
vegan.
What
listen.
is that, Pease?
That was for the vegans.
Cauliflower steak.
I had myself a 14-ounce veal
As
chop.
we all did.
It's the only thing I sat down to eat all
Jesus.
night.
My girlfriend had 2 because Justin's girlfriend didn't finish hers.
Are you serious?
It was so. I
It
got
was
back.
so good.
I got back to my plate and I was like, "Who's gonna eat this?" It was ridiculous.
Man, I was zipping back and
Cauliflower
forth. I
steak.
was like, all right, let me eat this now. Let me eat this now. All right. speaking
Mo,
of
you weren't
eating,
that busy, Mo.
I was slightly busy.
Hey, yeah. So Brewers
yeah,
here, they like Pease was saying, he kind of took my idea, but it's okay.
Nice.
Jeffrey Lefebvre, he usually when he started off as QB, he used to force throws. He used to always throw off his back foot. Now he makes sure that there's a more likely chance that the floor would get it, other than the other team.
Mm-hmm.
And he see, let's say he's running out because the rusher gets to him. He'd make sure not to get a grounding call, but you'd see that he would throw towards the ground to prevent interceptions from happening, and it works out. But see, when he started out, he was always trying to get to the receiver, throwing off of weird angles and stuff, and that didn't work out. So now, as a conservative quarterback, it works for him, and that's going to help him in this game.
So Eagle, if he was a Burger King sandwich, would he be the king?
No.
Why? What would the name of the sandwich be?
He would be the
Fish fillet?
jester?
I was gonna go with the False King sandwich.
False King sound.
Come
not
on, False Kings,
All right,
False Kings.
I don't know what that
Lionhearts,
means.
Summer
Eagle.
Birds.
Did you get the info?
Eagle, what does that mean, Eagle?
I thought you were asking me to cue you up.
Didn't you say 30
Yeah, 30
seconds?
seconds.
He said
Yeah,
30
like, and he
seconds.
put his
All
hand
right.
up, so I was
Guys.
like, "I'll cue him up."
And it's not refreshing.
All right, so let's preview the other game while you
Worst.
refresh. Lionhearts, Summer Birds, guys, quickly. Your
I'm
thoughts
proud
on
of
the game.
Lionhearts. Made it to the playoffs in their second season. Chris Rose is awesome. Chris Rose is a very, very, very talented receiver. Tough matchup for anyone in Division E. And Summer Birds, they're a team that you hate, Mo, because you hate Ryan Eckler.
Oh, hey, right. He actually added me on Facebook. I said, sure.
Oh, you actually added him.
I added him.
Unlike
I
other
said, you
people
know,
that have
hey.
been waiting for like
Did you-
years.
The Eckman added
Did
him,
he ask
you
for your permission before adding you?
know. No, he didn't.
Okay.
Did he ask you 8 years ago and you replied now?
Poll question
Okay.
on a Facebook website. Who has Mocon left pending for 8 years strong from FPF?
That's
I
a
just
good
put a list of
question.
names. There's a whole bunch of guys on that.
But it's
list.
not a poll. There's an answer to this question.
Yeah, that's not a good poll.
All right. So
It's okay,
quick-
Mo,
We'll
you'll
get there.
get
We'll
there,
get
Mo.
there. We'll get there.
We're waiting for
Lionhearts.
Eagle to change the game preview, which he is not doing.
So Lionheart, Summerbirds, keys
God
to this
damn,
game here,
Eagle.
guys. What's the key for Lionheart? Or what's the key for Summerbirds right now? I know you're proud of them, Peace. What's the key for them? still?
Honestly, Summerbirds, I like the way they play. Honestly, unfortunately, he always goes. Eckler goes to Noah Groper way too often.
Wow.
Way too often.
I mean, you're right. That said, he's by far the best
Oh
receiver.
no, 1,000%. He's probably the best receiver, probably on both sides of on both teams. Like, Noah Groper is quick. He's fast. He could probably even play in the higher divisions. I know he plays in Division D. He could probably play in C also. But if he spreads the ball more, if because he's got people like GM and Jared Rockman and these guys that could actually make plays on offense. If he spreads the ball more, it'll be tough for Lionhearts to adjust because I feel like they don't have the right amount of players to match up evenly with the Summerbirds' overall talent. So if Eckler finds ways to spread the ball safely, they'll be good to go.
Okay, let's flip over now to Division E1 playoffs, and we have the teams who have a bye are Jean-Guy, Exterminators, Trailer Park Boys, and Threat Level Midnight. So we have 4 games to look at. They will be played divisional playoffs Monday at Papineau, and the first game we'll go with is Los Banditos against Honor Game. So Banditos against Honor Game, which will be the first of the.
So Honor Game won on a technicality the last time they played because it was a forfeit by Los Banditos.
Right.
But you and I were there.
I was there.
Given now, so Los Banditos, what they do is the first 2 drives they let you run your offense, and you're gonna score probably. But they know they're gonna score because Francois Desrochers is actually developed into quite a nice quarterback. He's got a rocket, ability to throw and run, very difficult to stop. Vincent Benjamin, we keep talking about him. He's great. All that.
Julian
But
Wilson too.
Julian Wilson,
They have some
Loic
solid
Savos. Look,
Prue.
it's a great
They
team.
have
It's the
a
best
fantastic
team. It's the best team in
Fantastic
Division E.
team. Felix Prue's there too.
That said, what they do is they sort of allow you to run your offense, and then they sort of start to take away the things you want to do.
Right.
And they're pretty systematic about it. Now they've already know what Dave Dow wants to do because they picked him apart last time. It was a terrible game. So Dave Dow needs to take all that FPF knowledge he has and just come up with a completely different game plan, and then sort of do that for your first 2 drives. Then next 2 drives go back to like sort of your original game plan, and then have something for the second half. And if you can sort of like get off like to a quick start and have them reeling, that would be the way Honor Game has a chance in this game.
All right, Steph, quickly here.
So basically, you're saying get a brand new playbook.
Not brand new playbook, just sort of like, okay, so if I like to attack the 10-yard out, and I like to attack, the sideline with the 10-yard out, instead maybe send a post from the slot instead of the 10-yard out, and then have a hook at the 10-yard out. So like you can still use the same concepts and the same spacing, but from different positions. Maybe run the same concepts from trips, then go back to your base formation. Run the same play call, but in quads, and then go back to your base formation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, do these kinds of things to just give them different looks, so they don't. Look, I saw it myself. They literally let us score 2 drives,
Right.
and then the twin towers of Loic Savos-Seguin and Vincent Benjamin just took away everything.
Yeah, that's basically what they do, those Banditos. Like you say, they allow people to score because they know they could score. Their offense is
Yeah, they're not worried, and
they're not worried about trailing a game at all, which is
So
great.
if
He's
they
not
don't
afraid
score-
playing from behind.
If they don't score on one of their possessions, should they be worried?
they're done.
No.
They're done.
Who's this?
Honor Game.
If Honor Game don't score in any of their possessions, if they get stopped, it's over.
Yeah.
Because then after,
Like
those Banditos are
going
going to go up by 2 scores.
They're gonna have to win on.
They're gonna
converts.
have to go pretty much. It's gonna come down to like strike for strike converts. But yeah, Los Banditos, they let you play. They realize what you tend to do on offense. They make their adjustments. They change up matchups, and then after they just thrive after that. Like you were saying, their game that was unfortunately forfeited, but they saw what Dave Dow was doing, and then they cut out his options. They put Vincent Benjamin on Devin Dow, who's usually his favorite target. And they adjust.
Sorry, I missed it from last time. So Brewers, I want to point out the stat. They went 6-4 against an average opponent who has a score of 3-6-1.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you very
They
much.
have the easiest schedule in Division.
False
E.
Kings.
False King.
Thank you very much.
False King sandwich.
You know
Our-
who's second on that list?
Who?
Bud
And
Knights.
that's our next game right now. Bud Knights against Los Siete Amigos.
That's a good setup, Eagle. That's a good
So
setup. High five.
this could be probably a game that we can be misled by Bud Knights, but this could be a very close game at the end of the day.
So Los Siete Amigos, I thought they were going to run away with the division when I saw the roster, and they've been good, but they've also sort of had a slower season than I expected.
Yeah, but they also haven't had their top guys every single game.
But that's the thing. are we going to see their
I'm
full
pretty sure they'll
roster
show up.
the rest of the way through?
I feel like now that it's playoffs, they're gonna make more of an effort to show up on the time.
Yeah, but like, are there like legit reasons where guys are working, guys are out of town because there's summer vacations?
I
Like,
just
that's
honestly,
the concern.
honestly, I just feel like what happened in the season was they just wanted to get enough games to qualify for playoffs, and then after, because they were rotating players because they couldn't fit the same amount of guys under one cap, so they rotated. So let's say if one guy can't make it, they have another guy that's almost as good that could, like, let's say Nick Lassard can't make it, they have Edward Osino who could
looks
make
the
it,
same.
who's almost like they could
They're
pass for like
clones.
brothers who come and step in. So they really thought it of this in worst case if we don't have guys for playoffs, like if people can't make it, let's say one has football or whatever, because those could be reasons.
The thing is, like, also, I was listening to last week's show, and I don't know if it was you or Terry, Steph, that said that Matthew Kilgen is a very conservative offense. He doesn't. He's just very good at throwing up balls to the sideline. He actually takes a lot of deep shots. I'm surprised he doesn't turn the ball over as much. And it has to do with his actual ball placement is quite good for a Division E quarterback.
We'll see the good game. Eagle had to say something.
Contrary to Bud Knights, Los Siete Amigos have the second hardest schedule. So they went 7-3 against opponents who were averaging a 570 win rate.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. 'Cause honestly, I thought they would be like a 9-1, 10.
No, they're a very good team.
But they had a tough schedule, and like
They
you
did.
said, the
Some guys
sort
couldn't
of
make
planned
it.
roster
Yeah.
inconsistencies.
All right,
Yeah.
boys. Tough
Wait,
ones.
one question, one thing
Yes.
before you go on, Mo. Eagle, we have some crybabies on the wall. You want to address that
Cryberries on the wall.
on Facebook?
Yeah, one guy told you to go fuck yourself.
Who's
Awesome.
that?
There's
Nice.
Nike Rack.
Oh, that's
All right,
awesome.
perfect.
Hi, Matt.
Okay, that's the same guy that wanted to
Miss you,
get me
buddy.
fired a few
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Yeah. CN Rail MVP.
He's a very good hugger.
All right.
Is
Tough
he?
lungs against Boise boys.
Huh. Now, see, Bozy boys, they played this week, and they played
Boys.
garbage. They were
They were
terrible,
awful.
but they didn't have their quarterback.
No.
So they rotated between two quarterbacks. It was just
I
an
mean-
eyesore. It was awful to watch. But
So,
now, if,
we saw what they would be if they weren't cowards.
yes,
Yeah.
we did,
Sounds about right.
and they would probably be like a 2-8 team if
Yeah.
they weren't cowards in your book.
So-
But you know
I
what?
would
In
put
all
that
honesty, though,
counts.
they're nice guys, but they just got
Yeah,
the
look,
unfortunate.
you could be two things. A blueberry is both blue and a berry. They're
True.
cowards and nice guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes
Perfect.
sense. But boys, this is going to be a tough matchup for them because Tough Lungs have been playing together for a couple seasons now. Matthew Lerner's learning not to.
Nice, well done.
That's great, eh?
Wordplay.
Gotta love that, eh?
Wordplay.
That was completely like not even supposed to happen, but it happened.
It happened.
You're learning.
Yeah, but he learned that he shouldn't just look at his brother Justin. So now he spreads the ball. He uses the snapper more. Bizarro Gray, which is a fantastic name. Justin Bizarro Gray. You should check out that guy's picture. It's phenomenal. Honestly, he looks like A1. And he spreads the ball. The rusher Oliver, I forgot his last name, but he's quick.
He's very
Delirious?
Yeah,
Yeah. We
Yeah.
still have his trophy, by the way.
And he's tall, too.
he is tall. So he just puts his hands up. Okay, the guy's not throwing. Swipe the flag, and he usually gets it.
Like a low
That's his
division
thing.
Isaiah Allard.
There you go, kind of thing. That's pretty much his style. He sprints up, puts his arms up. He's not throwing. Okay, swipe for the flag. He gets to the rusher. He argues with the referees to get as many sacks as possible, which
the
makes
worst.
sense. But it's not worse than a quarterback arguing to get sacks on defense.
Evan Frank.
Yeah, our boy, the most friend. But yeah, honestly, Tough Lungs are a good team, and they learned that they have to spread the ball, and it'll be good for them. Boys, comes down to if their quarterback shows up. I don't know if he's going to be there. Maybe he's on vacation or something.
So,
But if he's not there, that this game is in the bag. There's not even a point of showing up, guys. That's just going to
But
say.
please do show up.
But
don't
do
be
show up.
jerks.
Yeah,
Don't be
exactly.
jerks.
all right.
You know.
PMS against Mean Machine quickly here, guys.
PMS hardest schedule in Division E. They went 7-3 against teams with a 600 win rate. Think about it.
So, in theory, my boy Brad Evans, I saw on vacation, I saw a whole rack of Hawaiian shirts. It made me think of him.
Did you
but
buy me one?
no, they're weirdly expensive.
Fair enough.
Weirdly expensive.
How much are they going for?
Like $200 American.
boy.
And I was like, yeah, I like Brad. I don't like him that much. But the thing is, so this is where he struggles early in the playoffs
That's true.
against more aggressive defenses. But he seems to have improved. To your point, Eagle, they have had a tough schedule, and he's looked great this season. And I don't think Mean Machine have the defensive scheme to stop Brad Evans.
Steph,
Yeah,
quickly
Mean
here.
Machine, their defense lacks, and honestly, their offense won't be able to make up for points that could be prevented had they been better on defense. So, honestly, Brad Evans, I don't know if he learned from Peeze or Peeze learned from him, but I feel like they play the same way.
No, we don't. We have
Yeah.
pretty different playbooks. Yeah.
No, the playbooks are different, but I'm talking like the style. You
Well,
smoke
again,
it.
it's
not
guys
saying
with
the
a lot
plays
of
are
knowledge
exactly
that
the
don't
same.
have strong arms.
Yeah, pretty much. It's the same category of quarterback. So, yeah, I feel like he slows the plays down, and that's something that Mean Machine would probably be annoyed with because they want the ball quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be the kind of team that would jump a route hoping it would be picked, and then after miss the pick entirely and then allow scores.
Yeah. So like that's actually
They're an
low-key-
aggressive
That's
defense.
low-key how you stop Brad Evans, but you need to be organized enough to be able.
No,
to
I
do
know,
it.
but they
And I don't think, to your point, I don't think that it'll work.
I feel like they'd be overly aggressive,
Yeah.
and it's just going to backfire on them.
All right, it is now time for.
Games of the week.
And he's not prepared at all.
Is this not what we have been doing this whole time?
No,
No.
we're making picks now.
That was
fair.
the preview portion
Fair.
of it.
Fair.
Now we get to decide the fate of these teams with your predictions.
Yeah, as he's trying
Awesome.
buy
I'm going to
himself
pick
time.
one team here and a different team market Andre's article.
Mo, are you here for the next few weeks?
I am here for the entire.
Pease, are
playoff.
you here for the next few weeks?
Yes.
Steph, are you here for the
My
next few weeks?
vacation's
Yes.
You're going to pick on all the games?
Yeah, I had no horse in this. So
All right,
anyways.
all right. So the worst record between all of you. So we're going to compile all these, okay? Whoever has the worst prediction record owes something to the guy with the best prediction record. The guy in the middle, you're Switzerland, you're neutral. That sound good?
All right.
good.
Sure. Okay.
All right. We're going to go with Division E1. We have Los Banditos versus Honor Game.
I'm going to go Los Banditos for all the reasons I stated before.
Yeah, Banditos.
Yeah, Banditos.
Bud Knights versus Los Siete Amigos.
This is a tough game.
I see the 7 friends winning this one.
Los Siete Amigos for me.
I go Bud Knights.
Ooh.
I go the water buffalo.
We can't all be right, man. We
That's
can't all be
true.
right.
Yeah.
Tough Lungs versus Bozy Boys. Mo, you got to go first. We're doing a loop here.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go Bozy Boys.
Ooh, your friends.
Boys. Yeah.
I don't like the uncertainty quarterback. Give me my boys Lerner.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tough Lungs.
Pardon My Swag versus Mean Machine. Peace.
I'm going to go Mean Machine just because I said part of my swag before.
Well, I'd say part of my swag.
Go Mean Machine.
Ooh. Mambo versus Lockdown. Steph,
Mambo.
Mambo.
Sorry, Eagle.
I'm with you.
See you at the roadshow.
See what
Chocolate Barracudas versus Blackouts.
Yeesh.
In an ug-
Mokan.
Oh, sorry.
I go Blackouts.
Blackouts win an ugly one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Barracudas on this one.
Green Means Go versus Canes.
Oh, it's
Peace.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the ass, don't give me the radar. So green means go.
Give me green.
Yeah,
Go.
green means go. I was
Yeah.
wondering where you're getting out that.
Well, because the thing before is
Well,
called recall,
the
bro.
Ass, yeah, but the ass
Recall,
is like the
bro.
bottom, no?
Steph, Clinkers
Recall,
feeds
bro.
Roi.
Clinkers on that one.
I'm going Feed the Roi on this.
Feeds
Oh.
well by 50.
Oh.
You know what? You might even be right. That's the worst part. Diablos, Thundercats.
Diablos, Thundercats. I will go with. Oh my gosh, this is a terrible game here. Oh, man. Thundercats.
Yeah, I can't pick Francois.
Yeah, Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Replacements, Nemesis.
Ugh,
Peace.
Nemesis.
I see Nemesis winning.
Yeah, Nemesis.
Brewers versus the
Other
other
guys.
team.
I'm going to go Brewers on this one.
Yeah, Brewers.
Well, we can't mention the other teams, so I say Brewers.
Well, you can say other team.
Other
Nope.
Team.
Nope.
Can't do it.
Fair
Brewers.
enough. Fair.
Brewers.
And
Fair.
last game, 10:30, Lionhearts,
I'll
Summerbirds.
go with Summerbirds.
Lionhearts. Gotta go with my boys.
Now I'm going to go Summerbirds on this.
Let's go, Greco. You got this.
All right. So I'm my legs crossed for whatever reason. It's a long show.
It's a long show.
So again,
It's only been part 1.
I know it's only part 1 of many episodes we advertised. So again, Roadshow Finals.
The chair is still there.
We have the sandwich. E2 will be the opening game, or one of the opening games at 3:10. The last game will be E1 Finals. Brossard, Quebec, August 11th. I repeat, August 11th. Brossard, Quebec. Match boards, please.
I just can't wait to be king.
Good night, Los Angeles Lakers.
What did I do with Lion King?
I don't understand your whole thing. I don't
Could have been
understand
like,
your spiel you
good
got.
night, Donald Glover.
Yeah, there's so
Good
many
night.
things. Good night CGI. Good night.
John Oliver.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who does the voice again?
All of them.
No, the James Earl Jones.
James Earl Jones.
The voice.
The voice. It's true. He is the voice.
Good night, Seth Rogen.
Is he in there?
Yes.
Really?
Joe
It's
Rogan?
Pumbaa.
No.
Seth.
Seth
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen, yeah. He's Pumbaa.
Yep.
Ah, that makes
Pumbaa.
sense. He looks like Pumbaa.